morning, guys, and welcome back to a new vlog. So today I'm currently sat down eating breakfast. It is 8:45 and I have a 9:20 OB appointment. So this will be my last monthly appointment at the OB, which is insane. And then I'm gonna drop down to every 2 weeks until I think you start going every week at a certain point, but I'm not sure. So as I'm filming this, I am 30 weeks pregnant. So it'll be like the 30-week checkup. I want to write down, I always do this when I go in and highly recommend for you guys too, because when I go in, sometimes I forget all the things that I want to ask or I want to talk about. So before I go in, I always make a list of things that I have questions or concerns or symptoms or just anything that I think that they need to know or things that I need to know. I write it all down on my phone and then I ask them. So I need to work on that. And then over the weekend, we had a great weekend. Saturday, you know that I went to Georgia and I hung out with Angela, which was lovely. And somehow the time flew by. Our last visit, it went like, not slow in a sense, but I just felt like we had so much time. And then this time it flew. And before we knew it, we were rushing and the day was like over. And I 100% wish that I had like this camera, like I need a thingy that holds the camera up against the windshield in the dashboard and just holds it there and films, because there were so many hilarious moments of like literally laughing tears that I didn't catch on camera because I wasn't filming when the things were happening. And I just wish I had it to watch back, because it was just the funniest thing. Like when I tell you guys the stories, they're not as funny, but like when you see it happen in real action, oh my gosh, it was so funny. But at least we have the memories of it and we kept talking about it. I literally woke up in the middle of the night, I went pee, and then I thought about it and I chuckled. Like that's how funny it was when we were talking about the hair clip that I set on top of her car, but we thought a bird like fell from the sky and hit. It was a whole thing. Thank God it wasn't a bird. But anyways, so my visit with Angela was great. I'm still like comprehending that that was the last time we're gonna see each other before our babies are here. Like that's insane to me and so exciting. And then on Sunday, we celebrated my brother's birthday. He is 27, so that's exciting. And here we are on Monday, back to it. So we have lots to do today. I think I might stop off at the grocery store too on my way home from the doctor's office. I wanna get some almond milk and just some berries. I have been hitting that phase where, which I've already told you guys, it's kind of like hard for me to eat bigger portions, but what I've noticed that's easier for me to consume is cold foods. So like granola and cereal with almond milk and berries seems to be like my go-to staple with what I can tolerate at the moment, which is funny, but cheers, because that's what I'm having right now. And I'm gonna start making my list. I do have my coffee, which I'm very slowly sipping on. I'll probably end up taking it on the road with me, but I'll catch up with you guys in a bit and update you on the doctor's appointment. I'm very excited. So I have had my appointment. I've just gone to Publix. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the appointment. So he is measuring perfectly. They did the tape measure from like the top to the bottom and measured my belly, and everything is great. His heart rate is great, so everything is looking good with him. And then for myself, they want to do additional testing for pre-eclampsia, just to be sure, just to err on the side of caution, just with a couple of symptoms that I'm having. They want to look into that a little bit more. So I do have to get blood work. And then the thing that threw me through a bit of a mild stressful ringer, and I had myself a little bit of a teary-eyed moment. I went to my mom's and talked to her after, and it's not that big of a deal, and I don't want to make it sound like it is, but basically my blood platelets have always been really low, and they've tested me for everything under the sun. I mean, it's been years, like 10 years. I've always tested low. And she said, has anybody talked to you about the epidural and low blood platelets? And I said, no. And she's like, well, my blood platelet test last time was right at 100, and the hospital cuts you off for receiving an epidural if they're 100 and under. So I'm testing like right at the cutoff line, and I've been so set on epidural. And I understand with going into labor and all of that, things change and it happens, but I didn't, and I'm usually great with, I'll roll with anything they want to do, what they say, like what goes, goes, you know what I mean? But in my head, I was thinking I'm definitely going to get the epidural. No ifs, ands, and buts are about it, whatever. And hearing today that I pretty much have a decent, like basically I'm looking at it as I'm going to have a 50-50% chance of getting it or not getting it. And so they're having me do additional blood work to check my platelets again as well. But pretty much it's going to come down to the day that I go into labor. I'll go into the hospital. They'll check my platelets. If I'm at 100 or under, which I normally am, I won't get the epidural. If I'm just over, lucky me, I'll get the epidural. Now, I understand, and I don't want this to come off as whiny or complaining or anything else like that. I don't mean it that way. It just kind of was stressful for me because I was so set on it. So what we're doing from here is she gave me a name of a class to take just to do breathing techniques, just to like prepare myself in case I go in and they're like, yeah, sorry, hun, you can't have it. And so we're going to need to do this the natural way. And I know women for, you know, currently and hundreds and hundreds of years have been doing natural labors. I totally understand that. I was just relying on that extra bit of help and comfort. Could I still get the epidural? Absolutely. But again, it's all going to depend on the day that I go in. So I asked her, I was like, is there anything that I can eat or take that will help like increase the blood platelets? And she didn't think so. That's just the way the body is. That's how I run. It's always been that way. But I am going to try and increase certain vitamins and just have a rich vitamin diet just to do everything that I can to help myself. But the important thing is baby is well, baby is healthy. And then just exercise in the pool. That has nothing to do with the platelets, but she told me to continue doing my exercises in the pool, and just that's kind of the best thing to do right now. But yeah, guys, I did have myself a mini little, I didn't fully cry, but I looked at her and I said, oh my gosh, like, I literally said S-H-I-T out loud. I said, I am so sorry. I said, I might have a miniature. And it's probably to some of you, you guys are like, you're being so ridiculous over an epidural right now, but I don't know. If women have experienced labor, I have not. If you have, maybe you'll understand where I'm coming from, or maybe you don't. I don't know. And then my mom was like, really like, Mindy, try not to stress about something that has not happened yet, which is just such wonderful advice. Like, there's no point. Like, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's out of my hands. It's whatever is meant to be is meant to be. I also asked her about filming, like if I'm allowed to film the birth and stuff like that. And I'm allowed to film like the workup too. And like as soon as baby comes out, I'm allowed to film. But I'm not allowed to film like the actual labor, she said. They'll tell me when my cutoff is. Yeah. Oh, and also the exciting thing is I'm going every 2 weeks now. So I have another appointment in 2 weeks. I do need to schedule my blood work. And then starting at 36 weeks, I'll go every week until he is born. So anyways, I'm going to run home. I haven't even told Larry about my little upset yet about the blood platelet issue. I just didn't even want to. Told my mom. I told Angela. She hasn't responded yet because she's working, and I haven't told Larry because I wanted to talk to him in person, and he'll be great about it. It's just me being anxious, really, you know, when you're so dead set on something. This is why my one nurse from IVF, she had told me, she's like, go in with a birth plan, but realize that that plan can completely change and be open to that. And I'm very open to that. But like, for some reason, I wasn't thinking, yes, the epidural was part of my birth plan, but I was not thinking that that would change. I wasn't thinking it could change or not happen. And now I need to, at least I have time to prepare. I'm going to go through some breathing courses, like do some online things. If you guys have any recommendations, please leave them down below. Because I need to fully be prepared when I'm in labor and Larry is driving me to the hospital. I need to fully be prepared for the fact that I will go in there, they'll test my platelets, and I may or may not be getting an epidural. And as long as I know that in my head, and I just don't want to, you guys know how I am. I'm such a positive thinker, thinking, actually I'm not this time. I'm like, okay, I'm probably not going to get an epidural, and we'll just go from there. Anyways, also the good news is she told me, like, if I do have to have like the natural birth and no epidural, my doctor will let me like get in the shower if I need to get in the shower. He'll let me use a birthing ball. He'll, I guess he doesn't push Pitocin like heavily. And he doesn't like to break water as well. He likes to let it go like the natural way. But of course there will be, she did tell me like if I don't get the epidural, I could get an IV of something, but it's not like the equivalent. I don't know. I don't know what she said. Maybe you guys will know more. Anyways, it is what it is. What is meant to be will be. And the reason I didn't tell you guys too is the reason why, if your blood platelets are too low, they don't want to risk giving you an epidural and puncturing a vein and you like bleed through or bleed out. Basically, low blood platelets indicates that your blood does not clot properly. So that's what I have. And again, I've had low blood platelets since I was like 18 years old. They've tested me for everything and anything. They can't figure out why it happens. It's just how I am. But anyways, that's the update on the appointment. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna show you guys what I picked up at Publix, just a couple odds and ends. Talk to Larry and have a lunch, a small lunch. From the grocery store, I picked up these English muffins. They're the 100 calorie, 8 grams of fiber. I got them for the fiber and they are multi-grain. And Baby Bella whole mushrooms. These looked fun, so I got some of these. They're made with 4 simple ingredients, made with sea salt. They're the Mission tortilla rounds. Next, I picked up this cereal. It's the Great Grains with real pecans, flakes, and clusters. And what I like about this cereal too is it's low in sugar. It only has 8 grams compared to a lot of the other ones that are higher. I do want to make my granola again, so I'm going to do that as well. Also picked up ground turkey, the 99% lean, blueberries for my cereal, and just to munch on these organic raspberries. They were buy one, get one, which was really nice. My guess is they're about to go bad, but I picked up the brightest ones, not the dark ones that are overly ripe. Organic baby spinach, the organic 50% spring mix, 50% spinach for salads. This one I use for smoothies. This one I use for salads, also soups. I got the I picked up baby avocados. I don't like a lot of avocado. The texture can kind of make me ugh. So I like the small ones. Lemons and the almond milk. And then look at these 2 cuties. You guys are so cute. And I have told Larry about my doctor's news. And I walked in the door and he said, "Why are you looking at me like that?" Because I just had the face. And then I told him, and then I started crying. It was something about being with Larry where I'm like, more emotionally, let my emotions just roll out. So yeah, that's fun. Hey, Lex. Thank you. But again, it may not happen. We may be fine. And as I said, and this is what I'm going to tell myself, the pain is temporary. Women have been going through labor and childbirth for centuries, millions of years, millions, hundreds of years without medication. If they can do it, I can do it. It will be fine. It will be an experience, that's for sure. And as soon as baby is out and laying on my chest, it'll all be fine. So.
You can do it.
Thanks, babe. Yeah. I am going to make myself one of those English muffins, I think, with a bit of smashed avocado on it. And that's what I'm gonna have. Did you eat breakfast yet?
I did.
You did? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll eat breakfast. And then I need to edit a video and work on that. The Angela and me vlog, I'm excited to look back at that. That'll make me happy, I'm sure.
And then you need to go in the pool.
And then I need to go on the pool. And I need to schedule my blood work. That's important. And I want to do that for tomorrow so I can just get my platelet results and look at it and maybe they'll be up. But again, that changes every single day, so who knows? And my preeclampsia thing. Anyways, guys, I'm going to make some lunch. English muffin with half of a mashed avocado. Avocado with a bit of salt and pepper. And I also have a mix of raspberries and blueberries. And Larry is enjoying a wonderful bowl of Captain Crunch berries.
Oops, nothing but the berries.
Which looks incredible.
I got this off the kids' menu.
is now much later and it's actually 5:35. Have Cinderella on the TV because it always makes me feel good. Cinderella, the 2015 film, is one of my favorites and it just gives me that nice, calm, happy vibe, even though it's kind of sad. Cinderella's kind of a sad movie, but happy ending, of course. So I decided I wanted to make chili for dinner and I was already at the store today. I don't have the ingredients to do that. So, well, not all of them. I have most of them, but not all of them. So I placed an online delivery order through Publix. So that should be arriving any minute. And I did, yes, I did eat Tums in preparation for chili because you guys already know the acid reflux, but it's pretty much with everything I eat in general. So, but I did have some Tums to prep for that. Here's everything that I'm gonna be using in my chili. I have the ground turkey, and then this is what I was short on. So I didn't have any peppers or onion. So I thought there was a green pepper in the 3-colored pack, but there isn't. That's okay. I have these sweet peppers. I'm not gonna use all of them in the chili, but I am gonna cut all of them and then snack on some for later. A green onion, some mushrooms. I started adding mushrooms to my chili quite a while ago and I just keep doing it. It's pretty good. And then the mild chili with 30% less sodium. I always add a bit of marinara sauce, and then I have some diced tomato, and I might add a little bit more tomato sauce depending on how thick this is. And then Larry's is just ground beef, which is currently cooking under here, and the no salt added tomato sauce and some chili powder. Pretty sure I forgot to tell you guys the main ingredient, which was the kidney beans and the black beans. And I've just chopped all those veggies and I'm mixing them in and I'm gonna let this simmer for a while.